Team Thanos or Team Dictators? Go Cavs, yes. So it looks like I'm taking the side of Dictators. Shit.
See, this is the thing, is I don't think Thanos is an anti-hero. He's just straight up a villain. He's straight up a villain.
So we're talking about Mao Zedong and the Great Leap Forward. So the Great Leap of Mao and the Communist Revolution in China. Hey, I mean, you know, if you're going towards Thanos kind of ideal, then I guess you're hitting some Maoist stuff here.
That's what I'm saying. Thanos, to me, is a straight villain.
Yeah. But Thanos had, I mean, if we're going by, what, comics, or are we going by Marvel Universe?
Like a Marvel Universe. Okay, so right there, German guy. So one of the things that, one of the reasons someone brought up to me recently and said, well, Thanos is kind of an anti-hero because he wiped out part of humanity for population control, but he did it because he believed in it. And you know what I said? So did Hitler.
Yeah.
He killed a bunch of people.
He killed a certain kind of people.
Yeah, exactly. He killed certain people, but then kept others. But, I mean...
Thanos. I mean, well, okay, so I guess I'm supposed to take sides here. So if I got to defend the Dictators, so it comes down to the fact that the Dictators have a kind of a mindset in play, you know? And, you know, the Dictators, they're going to choose someone, they're going to make a more decisive choice over who they're eliminating. Whereas Thanos is kind of going indiscriminate snap. It was a random snap. And it was completely random, I guess. So
yeah, but still, it's one of those like.
And I resent having to take the side of the Dictators. Well, eugenics is not a. Not supported by science.
Mao Zedong and the Great Leap Forward. Like you know what all that shit is?
A little bit, not very much. Mao, you know, Communist Revolution and taking over China. Okay. Great leap forward. I mean, China has done a lot of things, good and bad. And when it comes to a society going forward, a communist society is able to achieve things very quickly, but not very efficiently for the most part. And that's my bias as an American. You know, coming from you know, more Soviets are the bad example of communism. And China is more of the, you know, neutral bad. Like they're not great. I mean you're gonna get fucking executed as if you rob somebody, like someone coming to view China. Like if you're a taxi driver and you rob some Americans who are in your cab, they're gonna execute you. Like just put you in a prison and kill you.
Yeah.
But if you you know, if you're talking about developing cities and stuff, and like. They're not doing half bad with that. I mean, they're able to see a trajectory in society and kind of guide it that way. But at the same time, you're not allowed to look up the word freedom in your Google search.
All right, so this is something that could be interesting. When I talk about the Great Chinese Famine,
yeah,
while exporting food, That's straight villain. That is some straight villain. That's so villain.
Wait, all right. So, are you bettering the future of your nation to sacrifice
financially?
Yeah, financially to sacrifice in the short term. Yes, you are. But at that point, you got to not view people as people. You got to be cold as fuck.
So you're saying like, okay, so in the short term, this will suck for everyone. People may die. Hunger,
will die.
But in the long run, it'll be better. I say that's straight fucking villain.
So here's some very secondhand bullshit I heard. Third hand, I'd say. Like, so, hey, we got Tiff coming in. Coming in hot, Tiff.
Yep, I'm going to say what I always say. If you don't watch this podcast, then fuck you.
Yeah, you heard it.
Yep.
Heard it here first.
I don't really know what to do. Sorry, guys.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
What's your favorite anti-hero?
She already said that.
It's me.
Oh. Cheers, Tiff. Best anti-hero on the show.
Yep.
Cheers.
Remember, better than poison oak. Oh, better than poison ivy. I am poison oak.
All right, thanks.
Bye, butts.
See ya.
Thanks, Tiff.
That's what. Okay, so like, having well, that plenty of people die now, and the future will be better. No, that's straight villainous. That's straight greed. That's straight villainous.
Yeah, I mean, the future is kind of
Bleak.
It's only just the future is just an imagination. What's here and now is real. You know, you support now. That's a long-term goal. I mean, if you have to sacrifice a few, I get that, but that's something you do when it's like you're faced with certain death for everyone. You only sacrifice a few when the fate of your entire population is at stake, and that was not the case. I mean, it's definitely that was a villainous thing. I talked myself into it.
See, I like how
I talked myself into a little bit of a corner here.
I'm supposed to be on Thanos' side, but I'm not. But I'm also not on the Dictators' side either.
I'm more on the Thanos side because, I mean, if you have to eliminate people to save a whole, you got to do it impartially.
Okay. If it came down to Thanos or a Hitler, I'm probably going to take Thanos, maybe.
You know what? I've been reading a lot of World War II history. The more I get into it, Hitler, I don't like the guy so much.
You ever heard of this Hitler guy? Yeah, he fucking sucks.
I don't know. I read into him. Might be a hot take here, but not a big fan.
Yeah, not a fan. Not a fan. Changing the word up. You ever seen Hitler by himself? Not for me.
Hitler, I can only deal with him in small doses.
Very small and dead doses.
Small doses, like a dosage of ricin poison.
So explain to me, what the fuck is eugenics?
So eugenics is the selection genetically. So say I want to have a superior dog. I'm going to pick dogs with the most musculature.
My buddy A1 Sauce. Call him A1 Sauce.
Yeah?
Keep the name off. A1 Sauce, what up?
What's up, A1? Eugenics is selecting for the best and brightest. So say, we actually were doing this here in the United States earlier. We were sterilizing people against their will. People who were mentally handicapped. People who were different, minority races.
So flat out they couldn't reproduce.
Oh, yeah. They would go in for a doctor's appointment. They would sterilize them without their consent or knowledge sometimes. And, so they were selecting for things they had no clue of. And it was things like they were sexually promiscuous, probably because they were being physically abused at home. It had nothing to do with an actual, scalable identity of their traits. And what it came down to is they're selecting for something.
Show soon?
Yeah.
Cool.
So,
I'll go find some people.
And end thought with eugenics is that in eugenics, it narrows down the genetic variety or variability within a population, and the most successful species have a broad genetic variability. So the more you narrow that, the more you reduce a population's potential. So if you let nature dictate, success, that normally, under most circumstances, comes out to have the best result because nature will always throw something at you. Say you select for only strong people.
Like horse breeding.
Yeah. Let's say those strong people also have a gene connected to their musculature enhancement that also causes them to be hypersensitive to a certain disease. That means that you've homogenized the genetic variability of an entire group, and one single event can wipe everybody out.
So literally, if someone has a specific immunity to certain diseases or something like that, but if they're have some kind of handicap or something, and people are like, nope, we cannot have these people reproduce.
Well, the thing
is, you are lessening the ability for the medical research to...
You're lessening the chaos factor. So genetics is all about chaos, forming itself into an orderly fashion. So it's a bunch of mistakes And somewhere in the mistakes, you find a golden opportunity to be better. But if you sit there and you prune it out, you think you know better than the universe.
You might be pruning out the good genes.
You could be pruning out potential.
Yeah.
So,
well,
I think we got to have a little wrap-up sesh here.